Friends, I'm Christy.
I'm Josh.
Welcome to our channel, Sondering Diaspora.
Okay,
That?
as part of the Chinese diaspora, we have a lot of foods from our heritage that we also want to capture here on film. You'll see lots of content about tea, about Chinese dishes like zhong, sticky rice dumplings, or lobako, turnip cakes, whatever it is, it's gonna be something that has a really amazing story behind it and is super special to us and to a lot of people around the world. Today we're going to talk about what matcha really is, what makes it special, what are the different types of matcha, and of course how to brew it, and then where you can find great matcha. Well, the first time I had really great matcha, I was completely transformed. You know, the first time you have something really different for the first time, or like the first time you had a scoop of really amazing gelato or truly special coffee or the best glass of wine you ever had or something, whatever it is for you. The first time I had matcha, I was just completely blown away and I felt like I just transcended to another place. Simply put, matcha is a Japanese style stone ground green tea. What makes it special is that it is shade grown for the last 20 days minimum, and it can go a lot longer than that. And what that does is it bumps up the chlorophyll. Also, it bumps up the L-theanine content. L-theanine is an amino acid which actually helps your body stimulate a sense of relaxation in your mind and in your body, which is why when you drink matcha or high quality matcha, you will actually feel more calm, more chill, more zen. After it is shade grown, it is steamed to preserve the freshness, dried, deveined and destemmed, and finally stone ground very slowly into a very fine green tea particle. Matcha is one of those foods where color actually makes a huge difference. As you can see, this one right here is a lot more almost like a yellowish tinge or like a jaundice kind of pale, sickly color. This one over here is super vibrant green. You can just tell the difference in color. So it's pretty obvious here, this one is the much higher quality one, even just based on color alone. Grown in the shade for longer, probably the right cultivated variety of matcha tea, and probably processed better. Besides color, price is probably the best way you can tell if you're getting something good or not. A small tin like this, about 40 grams, should cost you at least $30 to $40, about $1 per gram, for you to know that you're getting actually decent ceremonial grade matcha. So you need a good matcha bowl. This will be what you whisk and drink out of. The matcha whisk or the chasen, some good matcha, and then a little tea scoop. This is not totally necessary, but it is better for scooping up matcha than you would like a metal spoon. You will also need water that is about 70 to 80 degrees. This is the ideal temperature. You don't want very hot or just boiled water. So if you don't have a kettle like this one that can control the temperature, try to just boil the water and then let it sit or until the water still feels hot but not scalding. To start, I've kept the whisk in some hot water for a few minutes. You want to warm the ends of the whisk so it makes it easier to whisk the matcha. I'm going to do 2 big scoops of matcha. 1, 2, this is about 1 to 2 grams. Super. It's about 40 to 60 grams of water. You don't have to be super exact. And then you want to whisk in an M motion like that, or in a W. Back and forth. And if it's good quality matcha, it's going to get nice and frothy. And I do one final slow whisk to just smoothen out all the bubbles. Should come out something like this. Something you also want to do, if you can, is sift this matcha. Just helps everything to be a little smoother.
Enjoy!
Yep. With matcha, I've always found it gives a very calming, like zen-like sensation. I feel very chilled out right away. I definitely get an instant bodily sensation that I don't get with all teas, but because matcha is especially strong, I feel alert, awake, but also calm. So we hope that was enlightening or informative in some way. So yeah, thanks for watching.